End of Watch Ride to Remember is a group from the state of Washington traveling across the country to honor fallen officers from 2019. End of Watch organizer Jagrut Shah says they want to show departments who've lost partners and friends they are not alone.
I wanted to bridge this gap that we have and bring back to the department, let the deputies or the officers know that their lost has not been forgotten.
In 2019, 146 officers were killed in the line of duty. And End of Watch Ride to Remember is on a mission to pay their respects to each of them.
For us, it's just important realizing that the men and women in blue everywhere should remember that they haven't been forgotten. We're not forgetting them. We want the families to know that their loved ones have not been forgotten.
A cross-country ride to honor fallen members of law enforcement arrived in Newark this morning to pay tribute to 5 Newark police officers. The group, the End of Watch Ride to Remember, arrived with a 40-foot trailer wrapped in photos of each of the 339 officers who died last year. The group left Washington State in May and planned to visit each agency where the fallen officers worked. Relatives say they appreciate the recognition for their loved ones.
All of the officials have just taken into consideration to remember those who have worked for them, paid the price, and also died for them.
Each one served their community, their city, their state, their county. And it's our honor to recognize this.
The group also stopped at the Union City Police Department.
Honoring our heroes. A group of motorcyclists rode through Las Vegas today to honor the men and women of law enforcement who died while serving. 6 riders are traveling more than 22,000 miles across the country as part of the End of Watch Ride to Remember, all to honor fallen officers. Organizers say this event serves as a reminder for families who have lost partners and friends that they are not alone.
This is just a stark reminder for everybody of the men and women who wake up every day, put a uniform on, go to work, and in 2020 we lost over 330 officers nationwide. So that's a very telling number, and this tribute is just really good for not only our community, but this will travel across the country and remind the families that this country and the people in this great nation of ours have not forgotten their loved ones who gave their lives in the line of duty.
The End of Watch Ride honored 146 fallen officers across the country last year.
Fallen heroes. Today, hundreds of motorcycle riders are stopping in Beaumont as they travel cross country to honor police officers lost too soon. Photos reporter Kara Willis has more on the End of Watch Ride to Remember tour and who they're honoring in our area.
Ride to Remember Fallen Police Officers is making its way to Beaumont. It's the mission of the End of Watch Ride to Remember. J.C. Shaw, a previous former deputy sheriff, created the organization for police departments and their families that have lost loved ones. They travel across the country to let them know they're not alone in their mourning.
wanted to do something nationwide and make sure that each department realizes that they are in the same hurt across the nation, making sure the survivors understood that we were not going to forget their love.
This group of riders have been on the road since May 28th. Today, they're honoring Beaumont police officer Sheena Day Yarbrough Powell, who lost her life in 2020 from a drunk driver.
Sheena was killed in the line of duty back in August of last year, was the overwhelming support from not just our community, but from people across the country.
As they make their way to Beaumont, riders will visit the Beaumont police station. During their visit, officers joining in for an end-of-watch ceremony. A police dispatcher issues a final call over the radio, and they take that moment of silence to honor those who died in the line of duty.
It's inspirational. It's fulfilling.
And that we're looking forward to. Of course, Sheena's family will always be connected to the Beaumont Police Department. And so we do everything that we can to keep them feeling like they're a part of this Blue family.
More than 300 riders coming together for about 22,000 miles, all to make sure our fallen officers are never forgotten. In Beaumont, Kara Willis, 12 News.
This year, we're honoring 339 officers from across the United States. Every year, we leave in June and we honor officers that died in the line of duty. We visit their departments, we meet with their survivors, and we show our respects and our honor for all of these good men and women. There are three factors on this beautiful memorial that you can feel and see. One is God gave all of these beautiful men and women a God-given name. It's not a number, it's not a hey you, they have a name. The second is they wore a uniform of one sort or the other, that they're all the same in uniform. And the third, which is the most important, is God provided one color, and that's the color of red. That's what they bled. It's not black, it's not white, it's not blue.